welcome to this track. This track is all talking about ISO 2025, how we can shape the future and within the cultures. So I'm your first C, I'm Tony, I'm your regional managers of Entity Development in Asia Pacific. And also I was MCP 1920 for ISO in Taiwan. This is my Instagram, so feel free to follow up with me. And also if you want to send me some text, any information, you can text me on who below or even like follow me on Instagram. Yes, so another thing is like the session objective for today is I understand how to observe and practice the ISA 2025 culture elements in my team. Secondly, I understand how to create the right culture for us to achieve our team goals. In the final part, I understand the actions what I have to take in my role to make it happen. So it's not all the discussion we start begins with the cultures. Yesterday, we also talked about culture, but we will have different kinds of topics for today. So yeah, recap what we have in ISA 2025. The first is empowering youth leaders. Leadership is the core of everything we do. If you joined the session yesterday about how we about the ISO 2025 goal launch, feel free to give me your thumbs up or even any like the features in the chat, and I will see like if anyone attending the meeting yesterday. Yeah, in the global prayer time. So in the first part, I want to empower more like youth leaders in ISAC. We want to see like the leadership is our core, and also we can see what kind of impact we can measure to ensure all the experience matters. Amazing. I saw that people like send the hearts and send the thumbs up in the chat in your screen, and then build a long-lasting ISAC. So by 2025, ISAC has sufficient resources to continue to develop leadership for years to come. So of course, we are here to work in this organization and learn from this organization. Of course, we need more resources to invest more, right? So we need to make more our financial and talent sustainable. That's the reason why we can achieve more and more leadership impact matters. And also we can get more learnings with the sufficient resources. So that's the reason why we have this statement. In the final part, develop purposeful partnership. In the future right now, also like the linkage with the sustainable development goals. Our goals is like the developing purposeful partnership and also collaboration will make sure we can develop more impact on it. So by 2025, we build and keep long-term partnership like enable growth. So amplify our impact, we can make sure like the ISA is the first choice partner of the leadership development. So imagine that we have more and more partnership and every partner is mentioned about ISA. They think about we are the greatest youth in the world. And also we can make sure we can create an impact we want to see in collaboration makes all the things matters. Own the present, shape the future, lead the change. This is the goal we want to build out, and also this is the purpose we want to see in the end of the 2025 years, ISA this organization look like. So by 2025, we want to take full ownership for present, actively shape the future, be the one leading in a change and proud to be in a generation 2025. This is a statement also culture we want to embrace. So then we're not just talking about statement and also talk everyone about, okay, this is a goal we want to achieve. So everyone must have this kind of behavior and all the things there, right? Of course, we need to see what is the culture, what is the behaviors behind of all the peoples there. So this is a book we learn from is like diagnosing and changing organization culture. It's like based on the competing values framework. So this is the methodology we're going to work to see how we can change the culture through this organization by King Cameron and also Robert in Quinn. So I think all of our MC members already take this culture assessment. You can ask your MC member to ask if they have the result from the regional context. But for this time, I would like to let you know what is behind of it and also can take some practice and also some activity of it. Yeah, so talking about this book, organization assessment instrument, and the organization culture assessment instrument is probably the most frequent used instrument assessing organization culture today. So in this part, all the assessment and all the resource is to assessing 6 key dimensions of organization culture. There are no right wrong answer for these items, just depends on what other cultures we need to shape out in the future. So there's a clear statement about like in the later on, I can show you lots of like the statement about the culture, but in the other day, we are not to judge the people say, oh, you are the person like who are not like really innovative, or you are not a person who are not really breakthrough. So that's the reason why you're not in this organization. We're not here to judge people, but we are here to talk about what is the observation we have and also what are the clues we have to see based on our culture needs, how we can build up and also shape the future. So this is our 4 culture types I can share in the beginnings. So I think you can directly to think about like what are the people you are. Basically, you can type in the chat room. So for example, your orientation collaborating, every time some people need to ask for help, you're always the one who jump out and also say, hey, I can help. Or your orientation of creative, you are here to always bring lots of creative ideas, always think about what other things you want to discuss and also to bring up the really amazing solutions. Or your orientation of controlling. So the people is like, what is the deadline? Who will responsible for it? Did you do it or not? To make sure all the steps are there, to make sure all things can control is under the control. And your orientation of competing. You always like to have a competition, always want to compete each other to make sure you feel sense of achievement to beat someone. So these are usually the people divide into 4 types. I think definitely when you're in a high school, when you're in the middle school, for sure you have some of friends that already also have this kind of behaviors, different types of things in your class, right? So yeah, I also share mine. So when I was MCP, this is a photo we share in the national conference with my with my MCEBs. So usually the people will think about I'm the really competing people doing things together, and also I'm always bringing new ideas. So you can see that in the cultural assessment part, it's not only stands for one culture type. I always have the different types of the behaviors or even like types of the characteristics to when I work with each other. So I always like really want to beat others. Yeah, for sure, I really like to win. So that's the reason why I want to let everyone know ASEAN Taiwan can lead the global stage or regional can be recognized of this entity. So I really want to beat someone, competitive to win. But winning harmony, you know, like don't just like the beat others and also like judge others, but do things together. I really want to like make sure all the picture and all the things want to direct the people there and also create the new ideas. So that's the people how usually they describe with me. And then talk about the orientation of collaborating, creative, controlling, competing. What are the action you can directly to see on this person? So usually, if you are, you can see the like the reflection over there. If you are a collaborating person, usually like you would describe yourself as a facilitator, as a mentor, as a team builder. You're really willing to contribute to the team and also to make sure all the things matter and make sure we are live and work together to achieve the one bigger purpose. So as you can see, these types of people, they always mention about key topics. We are the one team. We are the team we need to build out together. We want to make sure these people we are here are safe. These people we are here to do the same thing together. So these are the people who usually like to work in collaborating. Or if you describe yourself as innovator, entrepreneur, or visionary. So these people usually really brings the innovate ideas. We want to break through, want new things. So usually they don't have like the same thing do it again. They also have different types of things also to deliver together and also make sure all the ideas are really innovate and also amazed by themselves. Or you are describe yourself as coordinator, monitor, organizer. It's like the people you really want to all the things under your control. And then if you are hard driver, competitor, or producer, of course, you are the people who want to competing, willing to compete each others. So describe of myself, of course, like this is my photo when I was MCP with APLS, like in Cambodia last time. So if you are people in Cambodia, you can speak out loud. I will let you know you are indisciplinary. I love your country a lot. And this part, I also like, usually people will think about me, I'm the facilitator, I'm the hard driver, I'm the producer to make sure all the results are there. And also I will make sure I can facilitate all the journeys and make sure all the experience we will have in there. Yeah, so when we dip into like when we debrief into deeper parts, it's like the culture type. When we talk about collaborating, what are the actions we can have to see on facilitator, mentor, team builders? What are the action we can see on the innovator, entrepreneur, or visionary? So these type of people. So yeah, so these leader type. So you can think when I elaborate this topic, right? You can think about what types of leader you are, and you can draw it down because that's also reflect what is your dimension or even like your types of culture in your team. So if you're a leader type of facilitator, mentor, or team builder, or what's the leader type about innovator, entrepreneurs, and also visionary. So yeah, so you can see like lots of people in my team ask and also like to share with you like how is it these people look like. So for me, of course, I usually like the innovator to always bring some ideas there. And this is my NCVP like OGT, like the standing beside of me. He usually become the mentor, willing to guide and also like the facilitate the process to ensure all the things we are here. And my like the MCBP IGV, he always a producer to make sure like the results and also want to see like the clear outcome over there. And my marketing, of course, marketing really like the fluffy and fancy, like designs and image over there. So he's always a visionary person who willing to see like the design results over there. My TN, yeah, really fit on her, is like the facilitator to ensure the facilitate process. So you can see like the different types of person. My OGV are monitor, my IGT are visionary. So this constitute a team. No matter in the team selection or even like the team, like the building. So you will also select your team to build out this team and also like different team dynamic in to build out the picture you want to build up. So of course, when I select my members, I also look into what other characteristics they have. What is usually the leaders type they have. And then even though we have some conflict, but in the end of the day, we also drive the same purpose together. So usually in this turn, I really want to build out a breakthrough and also the breeding ideas and 3-year ambition of ASEAN Taiwan. So that's the reason why different people play different roles to contribute all the things together. So yeah, talk about this, recap on what are the behaviors and action we have. So when you describe what types of leader style you have, what the action you can have. So usually if you are the collaborating person, you are really full of commitment, communication, and also development. You are really care about this part. Innovation people, like if you are the innovator, innovative outputs, transformation, and agility, that's always the thing that keep in your mind. Describe yourself as efficiency, timeless, consistency, and uniformly. There's always a controllable people, like who want controller people who want to make sure all the things we can put in under control. Final part, if you are the market share, goal achievement, and profitability, like these are the key statements that the people who usually look into and take into consider as a competitor. So yeah, talking about me, I'm the uniformity, goal achievement, and commitment with all the time. So if the purpose want to build up, I always full commitment on it. And also I really want to see the clear outcome, clear output, want to see the goal matters, and usually I'm the goal achievement person. So describe of a team, right? So these are the behavior also can describe of your team when we mention about this. So talk about my team, like different dynamics, all the things here, and then let's constitute a team together. So usually when you observe my team behavior, you can see like these parts, like communication, goal achievement, efficiency, development, transformation, goal achievement, market share, like different types of person here. When you look back to your LCEBs, right? Maybe you can see like other people, they also have that other behaviors that shape a team together. So these are the statements I would suggest you can look into it and also to think about how is your team culture looks like. What is a personal leader's type look like? And all the statement will also comes out. If you want to drive the team purpose in the future, what kind of the culture behavior you want to shape out in this team? So yeah, these are talking about like if we have this kind of characteristic, what the action we have. So these are usually like human development participant, like these people like really like produce effectiveness. And then innovation, vision, and new resource that makes the innovators produce effectiveness. Control efficiency with capable processes. Yeah, these people are controller, they're really good at. And the final part, aggressively competing and customer focus. These people are good at on this. For example, when we talk about your EV team, some people are really drive with the goals, right? Like, for example, my MCVP IGV, he really want to drive the results. He always talk about what are the results there, what are the goals there, how can we achieve of it. But my VTN always mention about we are not driving by ourselves. We need to drive together. So then the conflicts happens, like they have different kind of perspective or even different kinds of way. And then as a leader in your function, as a leader in your LC, we always talk about like how can we make sure all the people are there and also to ensure that we can make sure like everything's what is the expectation and also what is the purpose behind of it. So I always talk to my TN, although we need to have the same purpose, that is for sure, we need to emphasize of it, but we need to have a clear goal and then we work together. I talk to my IGV, though we drive our goal, but also we need to think about what are things we can work together. It's not about us. It's not about you. It's about us. We can drive things, making through all of them. And then I can emphasize these people characteristics to bring into this team to ensure what kind of the vision and also like the direction we want to drive, and also to make sure the team we are all on the same page and also care about what we care. Yeah, so this is my team, like usually like the human participation in development, vision, new resource, and customer focus. This is how we emphasize in my LC, and also like we want to build out in the entity and make sure all the things are put in there. Yeah, so what are the actions we can make sure to pull down all the things here? So here is the culture type I will introduce about you. First, talk about clan, collaborative. So the clan culture is a typified by the friendly place to work where people share lots of themselves, like extend families, leaders thought of the as a mentors, and perhaps even as a perfect figures. So in this part, we can let everyone know about like what are the things and also we are caring about as a people we are working together. So these people are really held together by loyalty and tradition. Commitment is high. The organization emphasis is long-term benefit individual development. With high chosen and also like the memorable being important, success is defined in terms of internal climate and concern of people. So these people usually like they really want to work together, have high loyalty. So you can think about how these people can contribute to this team to make things happen. And then creative about advocacy. So in this part, like they really care about dynamic, visionary, innovating, and risk oriented. So for these people that are really willing to think about what are creative ideas and put into this team. And hierarchy and also controlling, these people are really like produce, make sure all the results there. And the final part, the market competing, these people that really like to compete each other. So this is a general type. You can see the culture in the group of people, in the team, in the organization, or even in the country. So I would like to, you can look into it and you can let me know, type in the chat room about usually in your LC, what types of culture you own in your LC, you observe. For example, your LC really willing to compete each other because the competition makes sense of achievement and also to let the people feel we want to contribute it and also to make sure all the people are there. Or your LC like with the clan collaborating and like the LC like usually they want to cooperate each other and make sure all the collaboration are there. So yeah, you can type in the chat room, let me know which type of the LC you have. Oh, I saw Irene from Indonesia. Your LC really collaborative, amazing. So this is the trigger to make sure all the things here. I think usually Asia people like with the collaborating with clan. Good point, good point. Yeah, because I think like this is what Asia people usually looks like they, but it's okay. It's not like if you're not with collaborating and your LC, you're going to shut down. It's not this way. It's always about like what kind of culture you own. And if this culture is the direction you want to drive in your LC right now, yes or no? Why? So keep in mind, if you want to drive the really like competitive LC, is a collaborative culture fitting right now, or we need to do change? So that's the reason why we bring into this topic right now. And also this is an assessment, where analysis into this organization to make sure we can change together. Yeah, so get it back. If you are this kind of types of person, what kind of action we can have? So yeah, already you will share and also to tap the things here. Because time is limit, I would directly to move our like the desired state. So talking about we want to own the present, shape the future, lead the change, right? Usually we want like the people, of course, we want a clear and collaborative because we want to build out the same purpose together, especially in current situation. If we don't have a clear picture we want to build out, or it will be really challenging for us to do it. And then talk about creative. It's the highly emphasis of it because right now we have need to figure out what direction we want to drive in this organization. If we don't have creativity, and then everything will be really challenging because we still do the exchange right now. We still do the same thing, but in current state, it's not fit the current situation. And the hierarchy about the controlling, of course, like it's also important. We need standards, we need the procedures like here, but I would like to say we will stop a little bit because right now, if we control more, and then we will lack of the innovation. So all the culture part we need to balance together. Final part is market competitive. We need to emphasize a bit, but sometimes it will be dangerous. It will be really dangerous because if we like just put the competitive culture into the organization, I think like it's not really good for the long-term build up in current situation, because we are seek for more collaborating and creative in current state. Yeah. So the current state, of course, we need to keep in mind we can learn from the past, but not for the current state is not like the thing we need to own till the end. We need to look for the future, the desired state. So low change will be tweaking an activity. Medium change will be onboarding people. Minor reallocation of resources, and high change is changing direction, vision, reallocation of the resource, and communication with stakeholders. So in the ISO 2025, we want to emphasize the culture in your future. And also these are the change you want to look up. So I will bring you the small working time right here. So later on, there's an action step here. So bring your output, your EB space, and map it together. Where are you now? So I think some people you already share your culture are collaborating and clan. And then align on what you want to be. If you want to keep it or you want to change it. And these are the suggestions. If you attend the culture session yesterday with me, I think you already know these 6 steps about like how we can do in the talent management and also in the internal culture shaping part. So then you can bring our discussion to talk about what are the things you want to emphasize and also to make sure what the action side you can bring to your LC. And right now we still have around 8 minutes of time. I will give you around like five minutes, and then I'll share this link into the group chat and also into our delegate group. So later on, you can check on these slides, and also you can think about what other discussion you can bring into your this discussion and what other bring back. If you want to achieve ISO 2025 together, what other change you can do it together as the one LC. So yeah, ABN, are you ready for a checkout? Breakout room. Oh yeah, not checkout, breakout rooms. Okay, if it's ready and everyone, I will allocate 5 people in one group, and also like you can discuss about these question here. See you then.
How long the time is, Tony?
If we can give them around like the 5 minutes for the discussion.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Hey, oh my God, the content is too heavy. No worry, let's see. Oh, we still have some people haven't get
Yeah,
into.
I'm gonna assign them.
Sure.
X-ray is X-ray diseases.
They just not being there, but it's fine.
Okay, I think I cannot divide them into 5 because the number is not really.
Hi, can you send me to the group with Malaysia, Pauline?
Yeah, sure. Wait.
Yay. Sorry.
No worry.
Okay.
Thank you.
To Malaysia, what?
Pauline.
Poland, okay.
Give you then only view, or my slides will be under control.
I need
Okay.
this. I cannot find it. Wait. Still need to see. I cannot find the name. Pauline, okay, Pauline, okay. Room 10. Wait a second. Okay. Wait. I just cannot find. Okay. Room 10. There we go. 3 minutes.
Okay, I have a time can check that who will be the winner.
Yes, I know. It's
yes,
gonna be hard. I like their creativity. I didn't expect that they're gonna be so active to upload it.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. Oh my God, I'm so proactive people here. I think because they're incoming EB. If you play this game with MCEB, I don't know like how is the effect look like.
I know it's not gonna work. They're just like,
Yeah.
what is this? Okay, some people is coming.
Hello.
I just assign her to. Oh, no. There's one. There's some room that have two. Some room that just have like three. They just don't accept it right after I.
Okay.
Okay. No. 1 minute left. Do we need to inform the group that we're going to be a little bit over time?
Yeah, I talked to the core team.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Because MC side will overrun for 10 minutes. So I think we can overrun 10 minutes together. That's what I'm thinking. Oh my God, session is recording. Oh my God. Okay, then it's
Oh
fine.
my God, I forget to. Okay, that's okay.
It's fine.
So hello for anyone who watched this. You know our conversation now.
Yeah, like we also need to do change management in the conference, like unexpected, like the challenge we may have, of course. So that's why we discuss about it. But yeah, I think we can overrun for 10 minutes and also to that the people have more engagement. Oh my God, Nana. Oh my God, how are you doing?
Hey, sign.
MVP from Moldova.
Okay, 20 seconds. 20 seconds and he just joined. Okay, that's okay.
Did he allocate to one room? Did he allocate to one room or?
Yeah. I thought he's the delegate. I'm so sorry for that person.
It's okay. I think he just randomly joined and then he didn't expect that we will allocate him to one breakout, but it's fine.
Okay, time is up.
I'm sorry, right?
Right, time is up. I need to inform them first.
I will try to see if we have some sharing here to ask the delegates.
Okay, some of them are come back.
Hello, people. I know you are really enjoying your sharing. I saw your face. It's like, what the fuck? Why the time is so short? And then I really want like more sharing time. I also want but sorry, like with the time is limit. So I really do want to bring you more discussion and sharing space there. But yeah, I think like we can also do a plenary sharing together to see like what are the ideas from other groups. Yeah, sorry for time limits, but yeah. Oh, I see more people have the screen open. That's good. Cool. So I would debrief the space also like the what is the main learning. I also want to ask for you like what are the main learning from your side, and also how can we like take forward of it. So how was space for you? What did you get out of it, and what are the action you would like to take to moving forward? So I would like to ask around like 2 people. If you want to share, please use the Zoom feature to raise up your hand or to type your name in the chat room, and then I can also like tag you and also can share with us what is the main learning after this sharing and also discussion process. Oh, wow, we have one person here. So this is Isabella from IC and MOC. You can go first.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Isabella, and in my breakout room, I talked with Mina from Japan and Clement from Indonesia, I believe, Malaysia, sorry, and we're like having two kinds of, I don't know, quite opposite situation. For my problem, my membership was like too close to each other. They're just like a bunch of friends, I don't know, rather than like, I don't know, co-workers. And for the different kinds of problem, like for Clement, like they were like only work level relationship instead of more personal connections. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. And we also talk about the question like, because we are doing this online, you constantly encounter this kind of situation where you are the one who is keep talking in your group. I don't know WhatsApp group or WhatsApp or WeChat group or Telegram group, and nobody else responds. Yeah, because like you are the only one who is chatting, taking all the pictures, trying to be funny, and raise the topics anyway. And Yeah, that's really, really annoying. And we decide maybe sometimes we can get the members to be in charge of like try to be active in the group today and raise some topics, or I don't know, make themselves feel like what it feel like to have no one responding your messages. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Isabella. I think like that is also like the thing we may face together. But I think can think about what are the behavior you want to recognize in your LC. For example, if you want to let them be more proactive sharing, so what are the space we can create that the people feel like they're committed to share? Usually, the Asian people, we would like to send the people to break out first, and also when they share in a group, and then when we bring back, of course, we have more people to share. So that's usually we may have. Another part, we can talk about like award and recognition to aim like if the person who would like to share more and also like can get some like the award or even like that we can recognize them. This is good behavior we want to have in the LC. And then that will also cause like to directly shape the culture in this LC, right? You want to embrace like more collaborative and some more people who want to like willing to recognize their behavior, especially a person want to be competed. He want to like be showcased to the plenary. So that's why he really willing to share in front of the people. And then that's a behavior we can embrace more people here. So this is a good point. I really love this point because that is also we may face in the LC situation right now. Thank you, Isabella. And yeah, we have another person is from me, Vishnu. Sorry, I cannot pronounce your name well. What's your name,
Vishnu.
buddy?
My name is Vishnu.
Vishnu, okay, welcome you and you can share.
Hi. Yes, hi everyone, my name is Vishnu and I'm an LCEB IGT from India. And I had one person from Malaysia and one person from Indonesia in my room. So I think we started talking about the kind of environments that were there in our LCs itself in the beginning. And both the other people had a clan kind of environment in their LC, and I thought that I had more of a creative environment in my LC itself. And I think one very important thing which I found very intriguing was the fact how different departments within the LC itself have very, very different cultures. It's like my department might have a culture which is extremely different from another department itself. And I think for as much as it might be good for a few people, we had a very good discussion on how it might not be very good for other people, because they might think if I was in another department, I might have had a better experience. So we were talking a lot about how we can provide a uniform experience to every single person that is there in the LC itself. So I think that was something which was nice. Apart from that, I think we also spoke about different things which each of these particular people were doing in their specific LCs in order to promote this kind of culture, this kind of environment. And we took back a lot from that. So thank you so much for the space. It was very informative.
Oh my God, thank you. I love your sharing, Vishnu. Especially like when we talk about like the culture we want to change, right? If you want to shift the culture to a new state, don't forget to talk about what is the ambition behind of it. And then we encourage what kind of behavior. Then the people will have a clear picture, but think about, okay, this is the else direction. If I commit into it and what kind of the behavior I can do it change, and also I can share it out. So that's quite amazing. Thank you for sharing. Oh my God, we have more and more people here. So right now I only allow 2 more people to share because we need to move to another session. I hope I won't be like blend on my teammates. So yeah, I will thank you for Vishnu. And next one will be Hong Gao from Malaysia.
Hello everyone. So Hong Gao from Malaysia. So we actually quite lost during the session, but at least we managed to map out where are we on where's the current cultural situation in our own LC. So one thing we found quite interesting that this culture is actually quite fluid and it's sort of based on timeline. So from what I felt from my own LC would be we are in the stage of hierarchy and controlling, because we are still more on the stage of team building and starting to reach performing. So definitely we are trying to kickstart all the BAUs and so on. So definitely the culture is really strict in terms of coordinating things and organizing things. But of course, definitely at the end of the day, we would love to achieve being creative and so on. But one thing that to reach it, right, I believe it's really important that we actually form a strong bonding among not just your own departments, but throughout the whole EB team, like through the collaborative part. Then we can only reach the creative ideal culture that we want at the end. Yeah. So that's one thing that we really realized through the discussion. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ongal. Yeah, I really appreciate that, especially like the behavior and also all the things we want to recognize the people and all the things we can do the starting point. Thank you. And final will be two from Vietnam, right?
Okay. It's very interesting talking about this topic. Like culture is one of the very sensitive and also the critical thing in my LC because like 2 years ago we are kind of a collaborative culture, but we look at each other like family and we like work in a school club with a group of people that we only do it because we like to do, but we don't really know what is the ambition and the passion with the goal. So then we have a shift to the more competitive culture, but still collaborative. Like we collaborate with each other, but then competitive with the result and with the outcome. So now we're still on the stage to develop that kind of culture, both in my EB team and in the LC and other functions also. So it's in Vietnamese, maybe you cannot read it, but it's like LC cùng trang, it's the Vietnamese, but in English it's like on the same page and also in the same generation. So we put it like for the LC name and TL team leader commission and also the EB team name, so we can like collaborative together, have the same culture that repeated every day, every time, everywhere, everyone like this.
Amazing too. I really like your point. Collaborating doesn't mean like we need to be family only. But I think like usually we really emphasize that we need to be like family culture in ISA. But talking about like what are the ambition we want to achieve? If the family base we can achieve, let's say like question mark, I will put it down. So thinking about what kind of culture I want to shape and also like if how we can work collaboratively to work on the purpose. So thank you for this point. I really love it. Appreciate. Thank you for so like the people sharing here. I'm really sorry like the round of a bit of time. I really want to hear more sharing from Liz. But then I will make the conclusion and feel free to have more space to discuss each other because I say we are here to share like more ideas, exchange from different ideas, especially in Asia Pacific. We always have the smart people here. So role model the behavior and action you want to see. How do you achieve the goal to more important than the goal itself? So this is second statement I want to emphasize a bit. And the final part, every action you take or don't take is casting the vote into the culture you want to see. So in the other day, own the present, shape the future, and lead the change. This is a statement I want to bring all of you. We all have a role to play. We are the LCEBs to build out the ISA for long-lasting ISA in the future. So then we need to collaborate together to make more purposeful partnership and also to empower more youth leaders in this organization. So we all have a role to play to contribute all the things together. So culture will definitely to change all the things here. And also we can make the change by ourselves. Thank you everyone, really appreciate this space. And then like the next session also get into in this room. So people can take some small break. And also we will directly change the logistic here for around like the 3 to 5 minutes. And then we will get back to learn what is the direction from regional office in 2021. So thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, people.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you. Thank you. ABN just like the close the meeting directly.